Hey everyone! Today, I will be reading the Todoroki shoto Extrader by writing on Tumblr. So let's get into it. Shota having a day off was a blessing. Your daughters were angels whenever their dad was home, wanting to let them relax. And when I say that twins are daddy's girls, I mean it. It's not only about them getting what they want, it's also about loving their dad unconditionally. You don't see him as an easy parent who will let them go on their shenanigans unbothered. They just happen to see him less than usual and really miss him, so they usually do their best to give him a relaxed and a happy afternoon on day off. So when he told you that he was taking the week off, you guys were super excited. Your girls, even though they were like 3, stayed calm and collected, donning their dad's infamous poker face when he came home that night, playing quietly on the living room floor. The night was really quiet. He knew that the girls were excited and were bubbling with energy. They talked their ear off when he broke the news to them, but they also wanted their dad to relax. Really, he could never truly understand them. They were the most considerate toddlers I had ever met. Since they know their parents' jobs are hard, since they're both in the hero business, they always restrain themselves. The toddlers flee mere nuts to describe while they babysat. The constant arguing and bickering twins were a far cry from what you saw at home. Sure, they had their slip-ups, but they were generally well behaved. They did crawl into their dad's lap though at the end of the night, snuggling at his relative sides and snoozing off almost immediately. The next morning, you woke up first. Todoroki was sleeping almost on you, his arms around your waist, as his head was buried into your neck. He looked really tired last night. Poor baby must have been so exhausted. You moved some of his hair from his eyes, tracing the red skin of his scar with your fingertip. Long into your relationship, he had told you that he felt super self-conscious about his scar. Not many people find this attractive. I think you could do much better than this. From that day on, you had made it your own personal mission to make sure that Todoroki knew you loved him, scar and all. So leaving a few kisses on his forehead, he raised his head slightly, bringing your lips to the scar tissue of his eye, as you left feather-like kisses on the red skin. And when his grip on your waist tightened, he let his head rest back on your chest and whispered the soft "I love you." And that's when you heard the soft pitter-patter of little feet on the marble floor of your home. Whispers could be heard from the outside door, and you only caught the words breakfast and "you're stupid" before your bedroom door opened ever so slightly, and 2 heads of fluffy hair, one Snow White and one very red, walked in and made their way to their bed. You stifled your laughter as one of your 3-year-olds tripped over one of Shoto's shoes, grabbing onto her sister for support. And you could feel the glare that the white-haired girl gave to her twin without even having to see it. They made their way to your side of the bed, locking eyes with you, and waddling to you as quietly as possible. And they both gave you a few kisses before looking at their dad, who was completely oblivious to all of this. He really was so adorable, and very tired at that. He motioned to them to go around the bed and climb on from his side. The twins then nodded, and before you even knew it, the 2 of them were looming over Shoto. It was an adorable sight, and you kind of expected them to plop down on him suddenly and give the man a heart attack. But your heart melted into a warm puddle when your girls just laid their heads on their dad's back. Shoto stirred the extra weight, but he had yet to wake up. It was good that he didn't, and he knew that he had all the rest that he could get. after working so hard. Usually, you love to stay home more often. You didn't work that much, since you wanted to be with your girls as much as possible. While Shoto did most of his work, and even more than that, he really loved being a hero, and he was thankful for you for taking it over at home when he wasn't there. He did not trust himself to be good enough without your guidance, and that was why he kind of refused to stay at home with them, all alone. It made him nervous, even though you knew that he would do such a great job with his girls. And you wished that at least in the far future, he would come to acknowledge that as well. And after like 10 minutes of your snuggling, the twins got restless and started their master plan of waking their father up. One of them settled fully in his bag, while the other moved some of his hair from his eyes, like you had done so previously. Then, the assault began. Soft kisses on his forehead, cheeks, under his eyes, on his nose. Really, it was anywhere they could reach. And soon enough, Shoto woke up, a smile adorning his features, his expression soft, as he slowly wiggled out of your arms, placing the twins between the two of you. And he rested his chin on your white-haired daughter, and brought an arm over the both of them, reaching for your hand on the other side. Good morning, snowflakes. Good morning, Daddy. He made all of you snuggle with him for half an hour, before scooping his girls into his arms and walking out the door to make breakfast. When it was stop mornings, and there's no doubt about it. But only a few minutes later, you found all three of them standing before you, looking a little bit guilty. We tried to make breakfast, but Trin burned the toast. And you froze the juice. Well, two girls are not the best cooks, huh? He mumbled nervously as you gave him a glare, kissing his cheeks. Shoto, you're adorable and all, but you're going to clean it up this time.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.